Hello, welcome back to... Actually, no, I should save that joke for later, but I'm not going to remember. Jack and the Beanstalk.
Oh, wait a minute. There's going to be like a Beanstalk level, isn't there?
There's kind of several mini or side quests. I'm not really sure what to call them. Kinstone secret areas that involve giant-ass beanstalks.
Now, are they actual giant beanstalks?
Yes!
Or are they regular-sized beanstalks that
They
you
are.
just shrink down?
They are actually giant, huge-ass, why did this even happen, beanstalks.
Yeah, that's... You see, that's odd to me.
I mean,
that
yes.
the game is the way it is. And...
I cannot climb. Oh, yes, I don't have the item where I can rock climb. Everyone knows you can't rock climb without the power gauntlets.
I mean, you can, but you won't get very far.
I mean, I can't rock climb, and I don't have a power bracelet, so clearly that's why I can't rock climb.
Obviously.
The logic is flawless.
It's math! Math doesn't lie!
Okay, I don't want to get political today, but there was this one post I saw where somebody was like, yo, I don't know how to tell you this, but the death of anyone, the needless death of anyone is bad, even if it's not American. I just talked with a mathematician, and they say, like, one brown person equals one white person. Like, the math
now that's an
checks
equation I can get behind!
It's like, it's the equal, it's the same amount. I was just like,
God.
yes. That is verifiable.
Oh, shit. You know, yeah, no, I did the proof. I did the proof. And I can say, checks out.
Math checks out. Yay, made it. Also, I gotta say, I hate the techites in the 2D Zeldas.
Because you can't tell where the fuck they're gonna go.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've mentioned before that I have an issue with 2D games. Or mostly 2D platformers. Although I think it's been a while since I mentioned that. Although, literally anyone who watched the Link to the Past playthrough already knows.
Right.
I edited a lot of deaths out of that game. This one I did better at. Partially because, you know, I beat it without a walkthrough when I was little. Though I do think I have a walkthrough. Like a physical book, because my dad used to do that. That's another thing from the 90s. Technically, they still exist.
Like strategy guys?
Yeah. They still exist, but I don't know why anyone buys them now.
I mean, I used to love them. Like,
yeah.
And I don't want to get rid of mine.
Yeah, I still have, I think, all of mine. My Pokemon Coliseum, my original Ocarina of Time one, even though I got it water damaged one time when the basement flooded. Which somehow did not affect any of our gaming consoles, which were also in the basements.
That's fucking lucky.
We actually found a Final Fantasy IX one in decent condition for like $5, so I got that. There may have been an art book or something I found recently. Anyway, I can't do anything with that yet. I haven't gotten the ability to do clone jutsu or whatever.
The Shadow Clone Jutsu?
Yes.
Kage Bunshi no Jutsu?
Obviously.
And you say I'm not a weeb. Although that's probably not. Naruto's actually a pretty mainstream anime.
I was gonna say that Naruto, in and of itself, kind of makes you a weeb. Because that's the weebest shit there is.
It is?
Yeah. Dude, the mainstream ones are the weeb ones.
Oh, shit! I thought the obscure ones would be the...
No! Okay, let me learn you a thing. So the actual weeb, the stereotypical weeb, is the middle school kid who just found out about Naruto, or Death Note, or actually not usually One Piece, to be fair.
Huh! That's one of the big ones, though.
Yeah, but I think that one's just so weird to get into that it doesn't count. I think now, Sword Art Online would be the comparable one. And still Naruto. Who think that because they watch anime, they know Japan. That's just how it fucking works.
Right.
Some weebs, far on the cringe spectrum, will do shits like add random Japanese words or end things with desu. Which one of my roommates did, partially ironically, to make fun of her younger weeb self. So, like, you know, you gotta find your own humor sometimes.
Right.
And let's see. They may or may not also be furries, depending on, you know, how deep they go.
Mm-hmm.
It might also change nowadays, to be fair, because my picture is like a very specific early 2000s weeb. Because a lot of things that were like early 2000s, mid 2000 convention things are not things anymore. So,
right.
Meh. But the big point is, if you like... Man, I feel like I'm spending too long to explain this, but I also feel like I still haven't explained it at all.
Well, I mean, it's a very complex issue.
Like the short thing. If you're an anime fan who, like, can't actually not talk about their opinion regarding anime, like, they will insert it into other irrelevant things and act obnoxious, you're probably a weeb.
Okay.
And if you're gonna sit there and say, no, I'm not a weeb, I'm an otaku, then you're definitely a weeb.
Okay, because then you're proud of having a title.
No, because you don't understand. You're like, no. Okay, otaku actually has a negative connotation in Japan, first of all.
Really?
Yes. And it also is not explicitly anime fan. It's anyone who's very much obsessed with anything. So there's different kinds of otaku, but it's not a positive term.
Wait, it's anything, period? It's not just even specific to Japanese things?
Well, I mean, it's a Japanese word. I don't think they're gonna
I know it's a Japanese word, but, like, I'm asking, can you be an otaku without being obsessed with anime? Like, if you were obsessed...
Yeah, it does not have to be anime.
Right, okay. I did not know that.
Like, the one example I saw was a train enthusiast.
See, I just thought it was, either anime or Japanese culture or something along those lines, but obnoxiously.
No, that's what weeb is. Weeaboo is the full term for a weeb, by the way.
Right.
I don't think I ever said that. Yeah. That really annoying anime fan is the short version, the too long didn't read definition of weeb.
Okay.
And the joke in the anime community, or at least in the con community, because this is one of my favorite stupid things, I think I've mentioned it before, is that you can tell who is and is not the weeb by if they object to being called a weeb.
So, wait, will not real weebs not care, or...?
People who are not weebs and just actually like anime without being obnoxious little shits about it. We'll just be like, yep, you got me, I'm fucking weeb. Or we'll give other people my favorite thing is the giving other people trash, which is in and of itself a meme. Right. I don't know how many of those me a weeb, haha, fucking weeb memes I've seen, but that's just literally me.
Right. No, you say that all the time, so yeah.
Yes, I do. But we were talking with my brother's friend who, like, hardcore thinks Sword Art Online isn't shit. And stuff like that. And we were trying to explain what weeb is, and he was like, no, I'm an otaku. And I'm like, yeah, you're a weeb. That's how that works.
Now, what is bad about Sword Art Online? Because I knew it was like a popular...
It depends on who you ask. I watched literally one part of it with someone in college, and I was like, this was just kind of boring.
Okay.
The one thing is it's not even in and of itself an original premise. I've heard a lot of people say that the Hack Sign or Hack series does it better. The Kirito is kind of a... I want to say a Gary Stew. Not sure. Don't quote me on that. Other people say it's not written well. Other people hate it because it's popular. And therefore weeb trash. And let's see. The big thing is that some people will say season 1 wasn't bad, but everything else is terrible, I think. Again, don't quote me on that. Because when anyone tries to tell me that Sword Art Online isn't bad and tries to get me to watch it, I'm just like, yeah, okay, weeb.
Well, you're not even giving it a chance. Like,
yeah, but it's also literally like, I'm kind of sick of generic shonens. So, at this point, I'm going for either absurd or unique. I don't got in between anymore. I'm going through JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh, God.
Specifically because it's absurd.
That one's weird. I knew that.
I mean, it's great, though. It's weird in the way that only anime can be weird, to be fair.
Right.
Though it's kind of reminiscent of Bobo. But that's apparently because it originally started in the 80s.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, and then was also based on Fist of the North Star? I don't know. Again, don't quote me on that. This entire episode, you know what? Forget it. I'm changing the name of this episode.
Should we stop recording? This entire episode has been things you don't want other people to say that you said.
Yeah.
Kind of seems kind of like a problem. If that's your goal.
A little bit. Ow. But I don't even know what I was saying anymore. Which is fine.
Something about Bobo.
Yeah, absurdist, which we don't need to get into Bobo, to be fair. We really enjoy that series, but it didn't do well over here. Partially because Shonen Jump made, like, the dumbest decision ever and released, like, volumes 10, 11, and 12 in one volume in English as volume 1. No, just as a standalone. The middle of a fucking story arc they made as a standalone. And then they went from, like, 15, 16... I'm spitballing the numbers, I'm pretty sure it's wrong. But, like, 15, 16, 17, they released as 1, 2, 3.
Okay, but why though?
I don't know!
Like, what could possibly justify such an idiotic decision?
And then the anime is, like, hardly anything in the series. Although the dub's actually okay for that one. They had to change some of the jokes because obviously the series relies on a lot of Japanese like puns and references. Like that's just the nature of the show. Mm-hmm. But even though that's the case, there's also just straight up no translation for the last like 3 arcs. So I tried trying to fill in the blanks reading online, and then I got to like one of the arcs, and then just straight up nobody had anything past that. And I'm like, oh.
So not only can you not start at the beginning if you're going by the number,
yeah,
you can't even get to the end.
Yeah. Unless you learn Japanese and then go to Mitsuwa or another Japanese import bookstore and they happen to actually have it.
Okay, what is this show or anime even about? Because I saw like commercials for it on Toonami, and all I saw was a dude with an afro attacking people with nose hair. And
yeah,
I'm like, yeah,
I mean that's kind of it.
Is that really it?
So, the reason now this has occurred to me that it's also referencing Fist of the North Star is everyone has a special ability, which usually labeled as Fist of the Blank. Like, Bobo's gets translated as Fist of the Nose Hair. Mm-hmm. And there's the Boldy Bold. No, that's the English translation. Or the dub version. But the Hair Hunters. Because the Emperor is bald, so therefore bald is all that can exist. Except the main characters all are not bald because they're fighting against it. Except for General Jelly Jiggler, who is also not called that in Japanese. Neither is Don Patch.
General Jelly Jiggler?
Actually, no, Don Patch, I think, is his Japanese name. Maybe. One is Don Patch and the other is Papa Rocks. Yeah.
I don't understand.
I mean, that's probably fair, because that's kind of the point. It's absurdist.
So, is it just Bobo and his crew or whatever fighting the man who just doesn't want them to have hair? Did I get that?
Sort of. Although there was one guy. All of the villains, except for General Jelly Jiggler, who is suitably pathetic, are like way over the top Dragon Ball Z style. Like overly huge and muscular and ridiculous hair, except for Baldy Bold, or whatever his Japanese name is. I don't fucking know. If you like JoJo for its absurd fights, there is a chance you would like Bobo. I'm just gonna leave it at that, because I'm not explaining it well at all. Because how do you explain something that's entire purpose is to, like, not make sense?
And if you like afros, then you will definitely like Bobo.
And if you like nose hair, well, I gotta show
Oh, man!
Tune in next time for hopefully a more coherent commentary.
No such thing.